Following the very successful Star Wars series written by Brian Wood, Volume 2 emerges. Let's see how it does.
Django Fett on the job.
Hey guys, welcome. I'm Django Fett. Haven't done a Star Wars comic review in such a long time, but figured I'd come back and start with Star Wars Volume 2. If you haven't seen my other review for Volume 1, I recommend you go watch that right now. It does contain spoilers. This one, I'll try to limit the amount of spoilers as much as I can and make this a lot shorter compared to Volume 1 review. So I'll put in a link down below and in the tab above just for Volume 1 so you can check that out. I recommend you watch that before you watch this video. And I know I'm getting ahead of myself. Volume 2 hasn't even come out yet, but I figure I have all the issues that are contained in Volume 2, which is 6 issues, 7 through 12, and I figured I'd just do a review for that. I know in Volume 1 I actually didn't point this out before, but I'll try to put something, that there was actually another side story with Boba Fett and Darth Vader in Volume 1. I still haven't read it yet. I'm hoping to get a chance to read that. I'm kind of interested in that. I never knew about that. And Volume 2 is set to release April 16th, 2014, so very soon. And I don't have the volume, like I said, I have the issues. All 6 issues, which is 7 through 12. First off, Volume 1 nailed it with its covers. The covers were amazing. They were epic. Volume 2's is a lot downrated version compared to Volume 1's. And I'll show a comic book cover slideshow at the end of this video, just to show you guys what all the covers look like and what all the issues are contained in this volume. There are some that are misleading and the others are just bad covers. Like this one, for instance, you would think this comic would talk all about Darth Vader. He's not even shown once. I know this is an epic cover, and I know there's like a scratch right here. I apologize. I don't know how I got that. He's not even shown once in this issue. He's not shown once. It's just on the cover. That's it. They don't even talk about him, nothing. So this is totally misleading, this cover right here. I don't get this. But my favorite cover is actually when the battle emerges between the Rebels and the Empire. This cover right here. It is badass. This is an awesome cover. This is my favorite cover out of all the issues. This is issue number 11. This is just amazing. This issue is amazing, and the cover is just absolutely fantastic. And I'd also like you guys to comment below and tell me which cover is your favorite when I post my comic book cover slideshow if you haven't seen all the issues. So if you could comment below and just let me know, that'd be great. And let's continue with my review. Another thing I noticed is the artwork is very different. It's not Carlos Danda who did the first 6 issues. Instead, 7, 8, and 9 are done by Ryan Kelly, and the last 3 issues, 10 through 12, 10, 11, 12, are done by Carlos Danda. And the first 3 issues done by Ryan Kelly, I just wasn't a fan of his artwork and his art style, and I wasn't as engaged as I was with Carlos Danda's artwork. It kind of took me out of the story, and that's a big negative right there. But Carlos Danda does return to do the artwork for issues 10 through 12, so that's a big bonus. And plus the story was absolutely amazing, and the artwork helped with that immensely. Artwork's a big thing in my opinion too, so it slightly makes up for the artwork by Ryan Kelly. And I know you can't judge a book by its cover, and you can't judge his artwork. Let's talk about the actual story. What is it like? It's even better than Volume 1. It is fantastic. The storytelling is excellent. The characters are awesome. All the characters that you've known and loved from the films and the expanded universe, Leia, Luke, Han, Chewie, Vader, all these characters are there, and you just love every single one. And especially one character that's really stood out in this series, and especially this volume, and I'm really surprised to say it because I've never liked this character at all. And the character I'm referring to is Leia. Leia is absolutely fantastic in this series, and Brian Wood nails it. But in this series in particular, she stands out in front of the rest of all the characters. She is clearly the main character in the series, even though it splits into different stories with each character. She stands out. She's a strong female character, much like Basta Lashan, who I loved in the Knights of the Republic series. I know you can say she's been like that. She's been a strong female character in past Star Wars series, but in this one, she just really stands out in front of the rest. In front of the rest of the series, she is the best by far in this series. And you really feel for her. You really feel for her. Because after she loses her planet, you see the letterboxes or the captions of her saying that she can't even sleep at night. She's getting nightmares. She's sweating profusely because she has all, like, her planet's gone. All of people are gone. And they never really showed that in like Star Wars series. But in this one, it really emphasized that. Even though they don't show images of her sweating or doing all this, but she's trying to be strong and show courage and all the leadership qualities in front of her supporters and in front of the Rebel Alliance. If she shows weakness in any way, the soldiers, their hope, their morality is going to slowly wither away. I mean, that's military history right there. If you show weakness at any point, your force, your army force, is going to show weakness as well, and you're not going to survive the battle. So Leia has to be strong in front of her loyal supporters. She can't show weakness at any point, and that's when hope dies, when she does. So I really love that. I absolutely love that. She's a strong female character in this series, and it's clearly shown. And there's one moment that stands out in front of the rest in this series, and this is a minor spoiler right here, but I apologize. She decides the fate of a guy who helped create the Death Star, and he's in a derelict ship. Leia and him are all alone, and she points the gun at him, and she could either shoot him or let him live. Most people, I believe, would just shoot him right there, because if you found out that someone just helped in the design of a thing that destroyed your planet, you'd want to get revenge in any form. But the thing is, this guy, he starts talking a little bit, and he regrets what he does. He really regrets what he does, and it's clearly shown. And he seeks retribution for his past sins, and he says, if you shoot me, go ahead. He regrets it, and that's why he's living on his own, living in a derelict ship. He's not part of the Empire anymore. So she decides not to shoot him, and spares him, and decides she's gonna come back later and take him to trial. And as she leaves, she has tears, and she starts tearing up, and she knows she could have just shot the guy right there and be done with it. That moment right there was just powerful. It was an epic moment right there. You just gotta read it to experience it, but I love that moment. That moment was awesome. It defined who Leia was. An encouraging and a true leader at that. It was just amazing. I never found Leia attractive or, likable, but this series nails it. This is how Leia should be portrayed, and they freaking do it. Brian Wood, I commend you on that, man. Grade A stuff right here. And I won't go through every issue and exploit the story in any way. I'm just gonna go through the last points that I want to get through, like things I did not like and did like, and just finish it from there. So Han Solo's story was very weak. It was very weak in Volume 1 and Volume 2. Volume 2 especially, it was just no point. It was extremely boring. He's just running away from Boba Fett for like 6 issues. Every single issue he's running away from Boba Fett in some fashion, and it's very annoying, very weak. Han Solo's story was the weakest part of this series, in my opinion. I just did not like it at all. Luke's story was boring at times, but I still relatively enjoyed it. It's kind of getting annoying how he's talking to Ben all the time. It's kind of weird. It's really freaky. And I have to say, Leia's story and character is the strongest by far. She steals the show in this volume. And it's good to see a strong female character that we can all root for. And at the end, Rogue Squadron is created, and there was a final battle between the Rebels and the Empire, and it was just fantastically done. It was well done. So now I want to give my rating out of 5 for this series. It's slightly below Volume 1 in my opinion, but its storytelling is excellent, and Leia is just fantastic. But the artwork kind of took away from it. The first 3 issues, just keep it as Carlos Danda, don't change it as anybody else. And even though 5 Days of the Sith is done by a different artist, also, they didn't take away anything away from the series. I just did not like Ryan Kelly's art style, in my opinion. I mean, storytelling at times was kind of iffy. Han Solo's story was really bad at times, but I still enjoyed this volume and have to give it a 3.5 out of 5. It's still excellent. Don't let this review take away anything from this volume. It is very well done. and even though it's just below Volume 1, it's still worth buying. Definitely check it out, it is worth it. And I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Definitely check out my gameplay videos of Star Wars and other gameplay videos on my channel, Django Fett. And I will have more comic reviews coming up shortly. Coder Omnibus Volume 3, Dawn of the Jedi Volume 3, and Dark Times Volume 2. And that's gonna take a little bit more time, Dark Times, because I haven't read the last volume that's contained in it. But I will get to it soon. And I would really appreciate you guys if you could please like and comment my video, and please subscribe to my channel, Django Fett. It really means a lot to me. And please enjoy this comic book cover slideshow, and hopefully I'll see you guys again soon. See ya.